microtransactions, and
DRM.
Downloadable content.
What's up, gamers? How's it going? So, I actually finished. I don't know, this is like third, fourth time fucking recording this shit. It's like 3:58. I gotta hurry up, because, well, I guess I have like an hour and a half till the Bethesda one starts up. Alright, so I'm just gonna go down the list. These are all the games that they showed that I feel had no place on E3 whatsoever. Or at least part of their briefing. Outer Worlds, Star Wars Jedi. I say Star Wars Jedi because we already fucking saw it, alright? They didn't really change the footage that much. It was pretty much the same regurgitated shit. So that's why it doesn't belong. Let's see. Okay, just things. I'm going to now change it from games to things that don't really belong in their fucking press conference. So, Outer Worlds, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Game Pass Ultimate, the Flight Simulator. That, I have no idea, alright? Xbox Elite Controller, Forza Lego Expansion, and Project Scarlet. I'll get to that one near the end of the video. Let me quickly roll over the other things, alright? Bleeding Edge. Looks like some kind of generic look-alike of Fortnite. To give you an explanation, because I'm a writer, so I have a BFA in creative writing. When we give advice to new writers, to new people that want to write, we tell them not to jump on bandwagons. So what we mean by this is that the Twilight books, the Hunger Games, Harry Potter, name any successful book that you can think of, that's what we tell people not to do. Don't go and try to copy or mimic them. Come up with something original, something new. Don't try to be somebody else. Be your own person. Be your own writer. Write for you, not for the money. Because if you try to write for money, you're only going to fail. Now, with that being said, when it comes to Bleeding Edge, its design-wise looks just like fucking Fortnite, and that's unoriginal, that's uninspiring, and it looks like garbage, and it is garbage because of that. Alright, let's see, we got Minecraft Dungeons. Meh. I don't really have an interest in Minecraft in general. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. It looked... visually, it looked nice, but gameplay-wise, it looked like you just run from monsters. I don't know if there's another Ori or if this is like the first one, but that's what the gameplay looked like to me. It didn't really look interesting gameplay-wise. Visually, it looked interesting, but gameplay-wise, it looks like you just do a lot of running. A running simulator. Kind of like the other one being a walking simulator, a delivery simulator. Let's see. Blair Witch. Who fucking cares about Blair Witch? Cyberpunk 2077. So they had their little guest of Keanu Reeves. I mean, the game looked interesting. It is Project CD, so, you know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But that benefit of the doubt only goes as far as maybe like waiting a week or 2 weeks before I decide to drop any kind of money on it. Then we have Spirit, Feral, Battletoads, and Legends of Right. Meh. Let's see. They have the definitive edition of Age of Empire 2. I'm not really a big RTS person. In fact, the only RTS game I ever played was on the PlayStation 2. It was that Aliens, Predators, and Marines game. I don't know the name. That might have actually been the name. I really can't remember. Then they showed off Wasteland 3 and Gears 5. Both of those looked meh. Now, I do have one of the Gears, or two of the Gears. I think it's 2 and 3, I want to say, on Xbox. They were on Game Pass. It was pretty fucking cheap. I actually bought them because they were on discount. Let's see. Oh, wait, excuse me. I missed one of the games that should have not have been in this at all, and that's Dying Light 2. We've already gotten plenty of information on that. And then they showed off Phantasy Star Online 2. I've never played the first one. I think they also have some older single player games, but I never played them either. Crossfire. Crossfire. Tales of Ares. I have played like a couple of the Tales games. I haven't completed them, not because I thought they were shitty ass games, mostly because a new game came out and that kind of took precedence over that. Now we know why George R.R. Martin hasn't been writing the last book in his Song of Ice and Fire. He's been apparently helping out on a game called Elden Ring. I don't know. I got this kind of like Lord of the Rings copycat. Granted, it probably has nothing to do with, you know, some kind of all-powerful ring, but I'm just saying that from the title and from the visuals that we saw, it kind of reminded me of some kind of Lord of the Rings copycat. Let's see. Halo Infinite. From what I saw, it looked interesting. Would I get it? No. Not because I think it would be a shitty-ass game or anything like that. Just I've never played any of the Halo games in general. So now let's talk about some of this shit. So the games that I had mentioned, which is Outer World, let's see, Star Wars, Flight Simulator, and Dying Light 2, and of course Forza 4 Lego expansion. They don't belong on fucking E3. One, expansion packs should be announced at their own little fucking thing. It's not really needed at E3. To me, E3 should be about full-on games and not expansion packs. And once again, games that we know little to nothing about. A lot of those games, there's plenty of trailers that exist. There's plenty of information from interviews and whatnot. So, yeah. Now, let's talk about the reason why I said Project Scarlet didn't belong. And the reason being is because all they did was tease it. And to me, teasing does not belong at E3. E3 should be about, in terms of consoles, showing off the full console and showing us games that are going to be coming for it. Simplicity within of itself. All they really was like, oh, it's going to be a solid state drive. I'm like, okay, yeah, so is PlayStation 5. Tell me something that I did not already fucking know. I mean, once we already knew that PlayStation was going to go solid state drive, it was pretty logical that fucking Xbox was going to do it as well. Same with the whole fucking 4K and 8K. PlayStation was going to do it, so obviously they were going to do it. And that's what they're basically telling us shit we already figured out and already knew. This is why teasers don't belong console-wise at E3. Besides the fact that honestly, I don't really care about the console itself, especially if you're just teasing it. What inherently matters is the library of games that is going to be for that system. So unless you plan on showing us the full system, its specs, so on and such forth, and then show us a few games that are going to be coming out, they don't have to show a lot, because this would have been still a teaser, but give us more information into the bullshit we already knew that we had already been predicted. Give us what it's... even if they were still in the design modeling, they're like, here are some design choices. They could have even got gamers into it, and we're going to allow you to vote on which one is the final version. That's something they could have done too. So even if we're teasing it, you see, man, I should fucking run Microsoft and PlayStation. I think I'd be pretty good at this shit. But anyway, do more than just what we saw. And then, like I said, show some games that are being developed for it. And yes, I understand that there may not be a lot of footage, so they themselves might be teasers. But still, you know, do something other than the crap we saw. Now, because I did actually give Electronic Assholes a rating for their, what the fuck did they call that? The EA Play? Stupid ass name if you ask me. I'm still going to call it their press conference. The EA press conference was dog shit. So I'm going to say that Microsoft press conference was, well, it's a step up from Electronic Arts. That's literally my rating, a step up from Electronic Arts. You see, besides the console, another issue is they talked about how we have 60 games, but yet a lot of those games, they didn't even give the time or day, which inherently shows you that they didn't care about those games. They cared about them so little that you just got like 5 or 10-second flashes within one giant fucking trailer. Just like they did last year when they tried to pull the same bullshit. We have a lot of games to show off. Yeah, a lot that amounts to nothing. And that's factually because they amounted so much to nothing last year and this year that they didn't even give them the time of day to actually even just, look at them for like 4 or 3 minutes. Instead, it was like, 10 or 15 fucking seconds in a big ass fucking trailer. Fucking stupid. All right. Mobile games. They did show off a couple of mobile games. I can't remember if any of the games I wrote down were actual mobile games. But if they were, they definitely don't belong at E3. No mobile game does. All right. Keep that horse shit out of E3. All right. We don't need those micro-infested garbage games. And yes, I'll admit, I got mobile games on my phone, but I'm very picky. All the games that I have are games that I buy. They're purchasable, and they have no microtransactions. Because I hate microtransactions, even... in fact, there's this tower defense game. I can't remember the name of it. But I actually liked it. And then they updated it, and it had microtransactions in it. And I uninstalled that piece of shit. So, yeah, no love for my mobile games at E3. That's why Microsoft simply gets a step above electronic assholes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And remember, gamers, you're not voicing your thoughts and concerns about the bullshit that's still going on at E3. You just might be a part of the motherfucking problem.